Hello everyone, welcome back to SlapDash. This is a part 2 to the reaction video we uploaded however long ago. If you watched the first one, you know what's going on. If you didn't, go watch that one first. Um, if you did watch the one, you already know what's going on. So I'd say let's just get right into it. Hello, we're taking a little break in this video to show you our new sponsor for our channel, Dubby. Say hello to our sponsor, Dubby, an up-and-coming energy drink that uses no maltodextrin filters or artificial dyes and is packed with amino acids.
Nootropic and nootropic and 150 milligram of caffeine per serving, as well as having zero sugar and is completely gluten free.
Check it out at www.dubby.gg and use our code SLAPDASH for 10% off and to support our little channel here. It would be greatly appreciated.
Thank you very much, Debbie, for sponsoring our tiny little and up and coming channel. Thank you all for coming back on the channel of Slapdash, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of it. Thank you very much. Oh yeah,
Weird,
definitely.
especially when we get more deep into it. So 2020 Vision is a YouTube channel created by a guy named Kai, who also runs the channel Weird Side. Now, apparently this whole thing is some kind of ARG, but I'll explain it how it seemed to people on the internet at the time. Because now we know that it was all part of an ARG, but initially we didn't know that. So basically he would upload videos that predicted celebrity deaths. Like he'd upload a video like months before a celebrity died, right? And it would just say the date flashing on the screen with like an eye next to it. And then it would be like accurate, right? And it was like, how the hell did this guy do this, right? Because like the celebrity would die, you would go like check the channel and then the video would already be there, right? And it would have been like uploaded like months ago. But here's the thing, here's how he did it. Basically he would upload these videos ahead of time, right? And be posting constantly. But then on YouTube, you can upload a video, but you can make it not public. So it stays just on your channel, but nobody can see it. So then once you like make it official, like you make it public, the upload date won't change pretty much. Like basically if you edit a video after it's already uploaded, technically, the upload date won't change and it won't tell anybody that's edited. So it looks like he's predicting it, but he's actually not predicting anything. So that's how he did it. But he's also a cult leader. Let me explain. So in 2019, he started this website that was just like an IP address that had a bunch of puzzles on it. And then in 2020, he would create a Discord server called the Pink Eye Discord server. And when you get in that server, in order to be let into the rest of the server, you have to do like a verification thing, right? And a lot of Discord servers do that. But on this one, for the verification thing, you would have to say, quote, "I pledge my eternal allegiance to the Pink Eye." And then I'm gonna be real, bro, this stuff is so confusing to me. This bro built a machine that has unreadable numbers on it, and the numbers are supposed to go on like one of the puzzles online, right? Which is still so weird. But then apparently the plan reveals that the machine can be used to put all of humanity's knowledge into the first humans that appeared in Africa 1.25 million years ago. And it can do this because one of the people who don't like him, they want to like fight him and like stop his evil plan or whatever, so they want to prevent the Pink Eye from ever formulating the evil plan. So they want to use his machine against him to go back and I don't know, bro. He did diss tracks too. Like he did diss tracks against the enemies of his cult. This guy is just a weird freak cultist, bro. Okay. I don't want to go into this. This is kind of scary, dude. But you know what? Just for you guys, I'll go a little bit deeper because I guess I'm a YouTuber or whatever, so I gotta go deep. Okay, so in that server of his cult, there emerged a team pink and a team black, like a civil war in it. And then the black team in 2021 came up with a plan to take down 2020 Vision. And that plan is what I was telling you about the going back in time to like let the original humans from a million years ago know about this so that they can prevent it. And then Team Black, like their leader, instructed them to write a haiku and input coordinates into the machine, like the machine that 2020 Vision built, right? The coordinates lead to the 66 Cafe in London, and the Unix time converts to Wednesday, October 5th, 2016, 10:15 a.m. And then Team Black further explains that obviously October 5th, 10:15 a.m. was the moment when 2020 Vision first expressed his plan to wipe out humans and replace them with monkeys, obviously, right?
What the
and so
fuck?
at this point, on like that same day, they put in the correct coordinates, and then 2020 Vision's machine quit responding and like turned off. So they won, I guess. And then also apparently in the server, you could become a heretic if you want to denounce Pink Eye. Yeah, that's most of it. I feel like I'm gonna get death threats if I say anything else because this is scary. I'm gonna leave it at that. Grave robbing for morons. So
Okay. What do we got to say about that one?
Well, again, with like lots of things that always continuously happen on the internet. So, the idea of this being an ARG that was made by a cult is kind of funny because recently, I'd say like in the past few years, that lots of ARGs have been popping up, like different sorts of YouTube videos, like say even like with video games, a video game Inscription, they made an ARG, or even a YouTube channel called the Mandela Catalog and the Backrooms videos. All those weird like little ARG, more like, well, less ARG and more analog horror kind of things that have been popular around YouTube. Some ARG, some analog horror stuff.
The part that
And
stuck out to... Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, with all this stuff, I mean, it makes sense that there's like cults on the internet, but like what really caught my eye is wiping out the human race and replacing them with monkeys.
Yeah, that's
That
the
was
part
kind
that caught my attention too. Like, what? Where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah, we were talking about cults and like an ARG and like predicting celebrity deaths, and then we went to wiping out the human race with, like, and replacing them with monkeys. It's like, wow.
Like, it's funny how we were how we weirdly enough talked about cults on our podcast. Which, check out the podcast if you're watching this video. That would be appreciated. But yeah, that's just cults are weird, man. Some cults are really fucking weird. Oh no, they got him. The cult got the rune. Okay, let's continue. Let's just continue.
Anyways, yeah. Anyways.
This is a video that was uploaded online of a guy teaching you how to rob graves, from the title obviously. And it's really creepy. It's like this low poly, low quality, like pixelated video, and it looks real as hell. Like the way that it's shot, the way he's talking, it just seems so real. It's so creepy. And nobody really knows if it's real or if his advice is real, but the story behind it is really interesting. So first, let me set the stage for what life was like before the internet, which I know I'm not the right one to talk about it because I'm a Gen Z loser who made a video about Skibbity Toilet, but whatever. Just get in the mindset of how before the internet, media was shared through books and CDs and DVDs and VHS tapes and cassettes and all that stuff. Like we didn't have anything else like on the internet. We didn't have the internet to like watch stuff on YouTube or whatever, or to share things on forums. And so because of this, there were a lot of like bootlegging organizations and like rings, I guess, of people who like traded illegal DVDs and CDs and stuff, or maybe not even illegal, but just like rare and like not officially released stuff, like hard to get your hands on, like for example, recordings of concerts that were unable to be seen otherwise. And then because of this, there's one really famous DVD that came out of this bootlegging operation that has like been famous and like popular, and it's called Ensuring Your Place in Hell. So nobody actually knows what's on the first part of this DVD. There are two parts to it and nobody knows what's on the first part, but the second part has been ripped onto the internet, and thousands of people have seen it. The second part was a compilation video made up of 4 different home movies. The first one is called Cooking with Huck Boatco, which is just like a little creepy horror short film thing. It was like a home video of like a young guy telling you how to make baked goods for family members that you don't like how to cook for people that you don't like, right? So he would use like roadkill in his cooking. But then this one was later on confirmed to be an art project by a guy guy who ended up working in Hollywood on like The Last Exorcism and stuff. So that was an art project. The next video on it is called Exploding Varmints, and it's exactly what it sounds like. This one was made by a company based out of Redding, California. The next one is called Mortuary of the Dead, which is pretty like enigmatic and mysterious. This one takes place in like, it kind of looks like a third world mortuary, and the video is like a home video of like a bunch of dudes exploring it and a bunch of corpses. And this one nobody knows. This one is still kind of hard to tell if it's real or fake or not. So I guess we don't know about that one yet. But then the fourth and final video on part 2 of this DVD is Grave Robbing for Morons. It's 27 minutes, by the way, which I think people forget how long this video is. And what's really interesting with it is that like the video quality sucks, right? But I think that where it comes from is like just how much has been ripped, you know? Like, you know how if you're scrolling on like TikTok, right, and you'll see like a clip from a YouTube video, like one of those like gaming channels or whatever who like play games, and it has like the subtitles or whatever and things like that, where like, or even not just that, just like things on TikTok or whatever, like you'll see it and it just is in like so low quality because the video is uploaded not by the person who made it, but it's uploaded by like some other re-uploader. So the video has been downloaded like a million times by people, right? And then because of that, it just keeps getting compressed and the like video quality just gets so bad. I'm pretty sure like that's why that like this video looks like that, right? Because not because the actual quality was bad when it was recorded, but it's just because it's been ripped so many times, right? It was discovered on a DVD that was a compilation of a bunch of weird, scary videos. So who knows how many times it's been like physically burned from DVD to DVD to DVD to DVD back in the day, you know? But anyways, the video picks up and like starts mid-thought with like the person in it, like this like young guy talking. Like it starts in the middle of a sentence. This guy has like a New York accent and he looks to be like between 15, 16 to like maybe early 20s. Like it's kind of hard to tell, you know, because it's like potato quality. He also has like a speech impediment of some kind. Like it's hard to tell exactly what it is because of how, you know, low quality the video is. And also just I'm stupid. I'm not like a psychiatrist or no, not psychiatrist. I'm not a speech language pathologist. So I don't know what the thing is, like what the condition is. But anyways, that's not important. And so the obvious thing in this video that you'll notice at first is that the bro is holding a skull the whole time. And it looks to be like a real dirty human skull. But again, it's kind of hard to tell because of how low quality the image is. And it begins with him describing the process of like how to clean a human skull and how to prepare it for sale at like a black market. But the way he's talking is kind of like he's trying to be cool, you know, like that one kid at school that hangs out with you and your friends, but he's kind of a loser and he's like probably like a grade younger than you know? I don't know, I'm talking to my high schooler, but just like in my experience, like people who are like younger than you and they're like trying to act cool, like, oh my god, dude, okay, little poi story here. I was hanging out with one of my friends. We went to McDonald's and this one kid was coming in and his parent was like in the car and they were like doing like a DoorDash order, and he was like he went to grab in the DoorDash order and he saw me, my friend, right? And I'm like 17, so we're like big kids or whatever. This kid was like maybe like 9 or 10, and bro started cussing up a storm at us. He was like, okay, I'm not gonna say it, but you can imagine he was like, this effing McDonald's effing S, like just going crazy at us, like just like trying to seem cool. It was so funny. But anyways, like the guy in this video, you can tell is kind of like trying to sound cooler almost, which is kind of funny, but I mean, I don't really blame him. We all want to be cool, right? But then anyways, the actual video is like how to prepare a skull for sale. Like he's like saying like, oh, so you gotta clean this part off and you're gonna need to use this to do this to sell it in the black market. And then he actually gives his name too. He says Anthony Kaz something, but it's like he thinks twice before like stopping himself, you know, because he doesn't want to like give away his full name or whatever. So I feel like most people think this is just like a hoax, you know, because Anthony's advice is absolutely awful. Like at one point, I think he tells you if you have like witnesses to hit him on the head so they'll think it's a dream, which is like stupid. And also the whole vibe of it, because like in the video he's not by himself. He has like friends around, at least one friend. He like, we see this one guy's face like a little bit, so it does kind of sound like he's just like trying to be cooler than his friends, you know, because he uses phrases like getting laid, you know, which is so cool to teenagers. But then again, to be fair, is that like this video is shot, the way that it looks, the quality, the fact that he has a VHS copy of Evil Dead 2 on that table next to him, they're like what Anthony is wearing, like the whole scene looks like it's genuinely from that time period, right? So personally, my theory is that it was just some teenagers hanging out in like the 80s or 90s or whatever, and they were just like shooting this either to be funny or just like whatever, you know, stupid kids are. Like I know that me and my friends do something stupid all the time. Like I just went to the mall with my friend and we went to like these like massager chairs, you know, and I was like sitting there, we got like 15 minutes on it for like $5, and I was like moaning in the middle of the mall as loud as I could to like get people to like laugh at us or whatever. It's like teenagers do stupid stuff. I mean, that's probably what it was, I think. prank. I think that it wasn't like planned to be any kind of hoax. I think that it was just like a video of them having fun or whatever. Because also like Anthony keeps like removing and putting back these dental implants in the skull, in the skull. And that doesn't really seem like something that like you would get if you just like buy like a prop skull. So it's probably just like his grandpa or something, or maybe his like parents work at like a mortuary or whatever. I mean, I don't think it's like a hoax, because also this guy's in character for like 30 minutes, bro. Like almost 30 minutes this video is. So I think it's just like a little like prank they were trying to do or whatever. Charlie Chaplin time traveler. Okay, so let's go back in time a little bit to 19.
Alright, so should we comment about
If you don't
that?
know who Charlie Chaplin is, he's this old movie star who
Sorry, I spaced out. It's really good. Like the way he's explaining it's really good.
So, yeah, so a weird video gets on a DVD, and some people think it's like something deranged or creepy, and it does make a lot of sense that it would just be a bunch of dumb teenagers making, like, say, maybe like a film project or like doing a joke, just having fun. I mean, hell, we would do that.
Oh yeah, 100%. We would definitely go grave robbing. I don't know, I'm just joking.
I'd go grave robbing.
No, do not say that.
I'd dig up your dead grandparents and then I'd put them in the bonfire.
Oh no. Well, dig up your grave and... No, I'm not saying that.
Okay. But, so they were actually at like a mortuary area. So, well, apparently, and either that or like a prop store kind of thing. And judging by the image of the skull, it does kind of look real. Does look pretty real. And if it isn't real and it's like a prop skull, good job.
It's a
Or else maybe
really convincing prop skull.
or these kids just went to like a mortuary area and they're like, guys, I got a skull. You guys want to do something funny? It makes a lot of sense.
For some reason, that reminds me of the first episode of Better Call Saul, where like Saul has to defend these kids who like broke into a morgue. Oh my god, I don't know if I can say this on YouTube. And they like stuck their dick in the corpse's head. And that's like what they were on trial for. It was one of the most out of pocket shit I've ever seen. And the thing is, he got them with he like got them off with like a year and like 6 months probation instead of their original 20-year sentencing. And it's like won the case, bruh. Like he like didn't get paid because he didn't win the case when he obviously won the case. I mean, like from 20 years to like 1 year and 6 months probation, like.
Yeah,
Better Call
that's
Saul
something
is
else,
really
alright.
good. You know what Better Call Saul is, right?
Yeah, I know it. I still haven't checked it out, and I still need to watch more of Breaking Bad.
Yeah, you fucking retard. No, I'm kidding. Watch that at your own pace. Okay, now. Okay.
So should we move on?
Yeah, I think we should move on before you say the N-word or something. That's a joke. Alright, let's continue.
was like a comedian or something. I don't really know, dude, because I watch Skippity Toilet before I go to bed every night. But in 1928, he released a silent film called The Circus. And it's a normal movie, except for in the background of one of the shots, a woman appears to be holding and talking into some kind of like cell phone. And this was kind of unnoticed until 2010, when a filmmaker named George Clark posted a video on YouTube of this scene from the movie saying, this is kind of weird. Maybe she's a time traveler using a cell phone. And that, I mean, it's stupid as hell, but you know. Anyways, the video quickly went super viral, leading to various news articles and blog posts. And there were a bunch of theories. Like there was one theory that the footage had been doctored and that wasn't actually what happened in the original movie, and that somebody just like went back, like this Georgia dude went back and just like edited it so it looked like she was talking into a cell phone. Some people theorized that she was a government agent that had like advanced technology, like that the government had invented cell phones before before anybody else had, and that she had access to it because she was a secret government agent. And then my favorite, the funniest one, is that some people say that she was using a toothache remedy. That's so funny. But what most experts think is that she was using a hearing aid. See, back in the day, they didn't have like the hearing aids you can just like put in your ear. So they had like these like big bulky ones, which was like a microphone amplifier thing. This kind of technology was available in the 1920s, and it makes sense. But time travel is a lot more interesting. So it could be time travel, I guess. This one, there's not much to say on. It just went viral. People thought she was a time traveler, but she's obviously not. A Day with SpongeBob SquarePants, the
All
movie.
right. So what about that one?
Anne Frank. Okay, I'm sorry. Anne Frank. I meant to say fucking Helen Keller. Jesus Christ, I got my fucking historical figures wrong.
Bro sounded like Randall from Clerks 2.
You sound like fucking Stephen Hawking for a second there.
Well, there's not much to maybe comment on this one. Just somebody taking an image and making it blow up. I mean, yeah, those like big horn things they made like hearing aids. So
Yeah, it's
yeah, probably not much to say on
mostly
this.
just an interesting image. I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair,
Yeah, pretty much.
the further down the iceberg, the less information there is. So, yeah.
All right. Well,
Well, also,
let's move
so
on.
I say I have this thing. How about I want to do something real quick. I say that we don't upload us reacting to the entire video, just most of it. Then like the last 10 minutes, we'll leave like out of it. And if the viewers want to, they can go so that they can go watch the video for themselves. You know, so that
Yeah.
so that like Poi could still get views from this if it does get views.
Yeah, this guy has way more subs than that.
Yeah,
so.
he has 29,000, but still,
So
just like be
yeah,
respectful,
yeah.
just to be respectful.
Well, of course. Anyways,
Yeah.
let's go ahead.
Let's continue.
So this one is about a purported like idea for a movie that people thought was real, but it really wasn't. So basically what happened is on Amazon, a DVD like came online on their site. According to the description, it was going to be a documentary style film about a little boy who spends a day with SpongeBob. Now there are actual like reviews on Amazon for this movie, but they're all just fake. Like of people saying like, oh my god, don't buy this for your kids. It's like really bad or whatever, but it's just all fake. Apparently it was going to be made though, because a user named CRZ on a website called The W mentions the film when discussing movies that come out on November 22nd, 2011. And he said about the SpongeBob one, quote, I found very little on this one. Maybe they're trying to keep it under the radar and avoid the litigation. So apparently it was actually going to be a real thing. It was also mentioned in November of 2011 by a music blog where they were talking about interesting DVD releases. And then it became really like an official phenomenon on January 22nd of 2012 when a page for the movie was created on the SpongeBob fanon wiki. And then there's also even a song on YouTube that claims to be the movie's official theme song, even though it's really unknown if that's true or not. So that all happened in like 2012 pretty much, but when did this become popular? So in 2014, a wiki user of the Lost Media Wiki found the film on Amazon. And since he didn't really find any information about it anywhere else, he created a page for it on the Lost Media Wiki. But then, even then, it didn't really have that much like coverage, and it really became popular whenever Blame It on Jorge, shout out, made a video in 2015 called Top 20 Lost Kids Films, which that video got like over 1 million views and stuff. And then another YouTuber named Rebel Taxi made a video about it as well, and that one has like over 300k. And now the Lost Media Wiki's forum for that film has over 2,000 posts, so now it's like pretty popular. 4chan, of course, is also really involved here. They were talking about it on 4chan a lot, and apparently they found the film's QR code. Also on 4chan, an employee at a branch of a company called Hastings posted on the thread that it was listed on an employee-only system and that you couldn't find it through like public searching. And this employee claimed that he ordered it and that it would arrive in 2 weeks, and then another Hastings employee said the same thing. But then apparently that never meant anything and never like turned out to be anything, sadly. The cover art is the only true image like known to be related to the movie for real. And for this reason, the 4chan board actually focused on the cover art and the identity of this boy. But apparently they found out that everything on the cover art is basically just a huge lie. First of all, the boy was confirmed to not even be an actor in the movie when they found that the guy was just like a stock photo from the website iStock. And then the quote at the top have also been discovered to be from non-existent people and publications. And the illustration in the background wasn't even made for the company that was like making the movie, but it was made by an artist for a real estate broker. So yeah, this was just a big fake thing. Nobody really knows exactly how it started or what was going on, but yeah, pretty much just fake. Stupid. And with that, we are going into layer 3, also known as...
Alright. SpongeBob SquarePants.
Sponge Dordle Bobblepoons.
Alright, let's move to the next one. No, I'm kidding.
Hold on a second.
Alright. God. Iceberg videos are really entertaining for some reason. I don't know why. Just like tiny bits of information compact into like an hour-long video. It's like, it's the most autistic thing someone could watch, but still. And yes, I know you're muted. I'm just talking to keep the audio full. Oh yeah. Making me kind of sleepy.
All right. So we could go ahead and continue watching this.
Okay, we don't got nothing to add on it.
Well, maybe not much. I mean, somebody kind of like, so a movie that was potentially going to be an actual release, and then someone just twisting the information about it. It does sound, that actually, I feel like that might be something common, but at the same time uncommon. Can't think of any examples or much of a comment to say on that.
Yeah, me neither,
Other than
honestly.
Spinge-Bill YouTube poop.
Alright then.
Let's move on.
Let's continue. Oh shit.
as known, starting with Aratus, or Aratus? Wait, let me Google how to pronounce this. Aratus, I think. So what exactly is Aratus? Aratus is a alleged computer algorithm that basically what it does is it conducts data surveillance of anyone that searches for the word Aratus on the internet, and it also leaves no trace of itself behind. And the theory is that this information is used by companies like Google and other massive companies like that to develop AI that can like filter out humans. And by filter out humans, I mean like 1940s Germany type filtering out humans. Basically a way to eliminate the need for humanity, at least some humanity. But then there's also another theory that says that its use is to remove copyright infringement on like YouTube and stuff. But then also, I mean, it's on the internet hoaxes iceberg, so the most like smart, I guess, explanation for it is that it's just an ARG and like random coincidence. So what does Aratus actually mean? So the word Aratus is plural for the word errata, which means error or printing mistake in Latin. But what does it do exactly, and why did it become popular? So it became popular because a lot of like theories said that a lot of major corporations worldwide utilized it for their own employees, where they would fire certain employees of certain companies if the algorithm's name shows up in their file search history. Because like another thing about Aratus, like I said, is that it seems to target and delete any mention of its name online. So it was like trying to delete any trace of it existing. It all came about on 4chan, of course. I don't know how 4chan works, but it says it's on the /x/ board. This was in late 2015. This was in late 2015, and it was about a woman who said she was given a quote shady factory job by a temporary employment agency, which are those like agencies that like give people work temporarily because they're like down on their luck or whatever. So the post says this place was like closing down all their locations in the country and that they like treated their employees really poorly, and that's why it was in like the agency. Basically, they were in the process of cutting down all their full-timers to just bad hours, replacing them with temps and having the temps do the same work for only like $10 an hour. And that everything there was also like super disorganized, and all the different departments were scattered everywhere, and they were just getting everyone to do whatever work they could give them before they'd fire them. Like they were closing up shop and they were just like, you know, taking advantage of their employees. So anyways, they put this woman that the story is about and another dude in a room and gave them some tape guns and told them to pack stuff in boxes. And all the stuff in there was labeled or whatever, but one of the tape guns said Eratus on it. And then the dude she was working with told her to get rid of the tape gun and to never ever mention it to any of the supervisors, because apparently one of his jobs years before had been writing code to flag any employee that searched for it in their computer system. Only that one word. So like apparently this dude had like coded the system that did it, you know? Not Eratus itself, but coded the system to look for people who were looking up Eratus and to fire them. And then it got a lot deeper because another person on that forum about a month later responded and made it a lot more interesting. He asked if anybody else on the forum had any software or IT jobs on the East Coast between 2000 and 2010. And he says he asked that because he knows people from around that time and area that worked in IT and like software development, that worked on a program for HR departments, like human resource departments, called Eratus. And then this mystery gets even like more interesting. This one was really cool to research. So then there was a post on 4chan in the /moo board a little while later, about another month later in 2016, by a user who wanted to create his own genre of music called Deep Internet, and that this would be comprised of snippets and noise from like super obscure YouTube videos. And then there was a bunch of links in this post to music he was like showing us examples, and one of them was called YouTube is Monitoring and Controlling My Life. It was like a YouTube video. The channel was called Chronos for Life Jurassic Park. And in the video, he's like super distressed and he's talking about how YouTube and his quote algorithms are targeting him and his deceased mother's tribute videos to Jurassic Park. And then people were kind of interested, so they checked out the channel, and then later on they uploaded another video which was called quote here goes nothing ... where in the video it claims to be bait for the Eratus algorithm to flag and delete it. And then the description reads quote, if it flags this one, that's some spooky shit. But then what gets really creepy is that, so you know how like YouTube has the automatic captions, right? That like the YouTuber who uploaded it can't change. Like they can add their own captions, right? But if you hit the C button, like you turn captions on YouTube and it says like YouTube generated captions, YouTubers can't change what that says, right? In that video where it's like claiming to be bait for Eratus, the captions read an address, 200 Corbin, Kentucky, 40219. And then also this address is also posted on the Bandcamp page for a band called KFC Murder Chicks. But then the address was later removed. Like you go on it now, it's not there, but it was there. And then later on in a Q&A video, Chronos for Life himself, like the guy who uploaded the Jurassic Park stuff and the video like claiming to be bait, he described Eratus in a Q&A video. He said, quote, all I really know about Eratus is that it's used by dozens of companies, recent as in within the last 5 or 6 years. They seem to use it as a copyright enforcement tool, which works as an excellent if you want to take down other things as well, is what it says. And then I know I've said this before, but this is where it gets super interesting. This is where we get the pictures of like the creepy Eratus stuff, right? When we talk about Todd Ellsworth. So Todd Ellsworth has a YouTube channel where in 2015, November 2015, so back when the original 4chan posts were made, he posted a video. And the content of the video is a song by the
That's a really long
Murder
section.
Chicks.
Yeah,
And the
that's a
description
really
says
long one.
Eratus or
Yeah.
Rusts. And then Todd Ellsworth also has a Twitter page, and on it only 3 posts have been made by him. The
How
first
about
one,
we pause and talk about what's been shown so far? Because wow, damn.
Yeah. So no images have been shown, but a whole comment about it. Whole thing about something called Eratus. Interesting story about Google trying to flag anyone searching for a specific word, like an error in a system, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's
It's
kind of hard to follow.
yeah. Like we said, we're only reacting to this. If you do want to watch this for yourself, you can go check it out, follow it for yourself, and really try to understand the story.
Yeah, go check out Poi. His channel will be linked in the description. His first video, first video that we've seen of him, but seems like he does a really good job at what he does. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, pretty tight.
I'd say we finish this up and then we're at 40 minutes. We'll finish up this topic and then we'll finish up this segment, and then I say we call it here. And then for those of you who want to watch the rest of the video, go down to his channel and check it out for yourselves.
Oh yeah, definitely.
One is an image of a computer-generated police sketch of a suspected Maui R-wordist. You know the R word I'm talking about. But if not, my editor will put it on screen right now. But then there's also a connection made between this Todd guy and the Chronos for Life guy from earlier. Because Todd Ellsworth is an anagram for The Lost World, which is a sequel to the film Jurassic Park, who Chronos for Life is like really into, you know? But that one, I mean, that could just be a coincidence. But maybe not. The KFC murder chicks are kind of interesting and enigmatic. On their Tumblr, someone asked them about Eratus, and they confused the name with a Yu-Gi-Oh spell card. But then also, Blame It on Jorge pointed out that the band was called a quote homeless girl band, and that one of the members worked in a warehouse, much like the woman described in the original 4chan post. And then in 2016, a lot of people got banned from 4chan for talking about Eratus. And I'd say I'm kind of scared that I'm gonna get banned or whatever, but then Blame It on Jorge made a video about it that has like 500,000 views in 6 days. So yeah, shout out that guy, bro. So there are a few theories to this one, like how it came about. The most like realistic one I think is that it's an ARG made by DJ Roswell. DJ Roswell is the guy behind the KFC Murder Chicks. He's one DJ who made a fake band. It's like an art project, you know? And a lot of people think that it's just like promotion for his band, which makes total sense. I think that's the most like realistic one that really works. Because also, like, I didn't really mention this, I didn't think it was really important to the story too much, but remember the original video that was linked from that one post about the new genre of music, like the original Chronos for Life video called YouTube is Monitoring and Controlling My Life? Well, in that video, around 2 minutes in, like 2.5 minutes in, there's Morse code that reads Hollywood Astral Projection Clinic, and then there's some more dumb, like, nerdy stuff, like timestamps and all these numbers or whatever. It's not really interesting. I'm not gonna get into it too much. You can research it yourself if you want. I wouldn't want to bore the video, but it's like the huge ARG that I think was made by this guy just to promote his music, because he wanted to get covered on channels like Blame It on Jorge. So I guess it worked. I don't think it's real though, low key, because I mean, if
This
it was
is
real,
something
wouldn't
else,
be able to
dude.
make this
Yeah.
video.
I
So,
don't
mean,
even
I
know
guess
what
if
to
you're
think
not
about
seeing
this.
maybe
Yeah,
it's real.
same.
But anyways, this one was really long. This one's really interesting though.
Yeah.
Brazilian SpongeBob.
All right, yeah, we could go ahead and stop there.
Alright, so yeah, everyone here, if you want to watch the rest of this video, we recommend you check out his channel in the description. Watch it. He has, I'm sure the rest of it is just as interesting as what we watched. But yeah, we had a pretty good time watching this, wouldn't you say so, Brun?
Oh yeah. The topics were interesting. It was very strange. Everything covered is just absolutely weird, and just especially that Eratus stuff. That was a giant rabbit hole. No, like, say, images or clips of stuff were like shown. It was just a long monologue, and overall everything talked about in this iceberg was I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was very interesting. So, we will hopefully we see all you guys on the next video. Peace.